Hello. So if you're wondering how to get medical cannabis in the UK, this is your video. So today I'm just going to give you a few little steps into how to get it. It's very simple, and by the end of this video, you will know whether you're eligible or not. Stay tuned. And there's a few questions that I get asked a lot at the end of this video, and I'll answer them on the video. So one of them questions might be what you're thinking. So stay tuned and enjoy. So, to get medical cannabis in the UK, you have to be eligible, and being eligible consists of a few things. First thing is you need to have been prescribed 2 types of medication for the same thing, i.e. my back. I have degenerative discs in my lower spine. I was given cocodamol, naproxen, and also I was given diazepam, but I only needed 2 of them for me to qualify. And that doesn't actually mean 2 tablets. So for me, I could have had cocodamol and physio, because physio is classed as a medical treatment. So that would be my 2, even though I had codeine, naproxen and diazepam. I only needed 1 of them and physio. Second thing is, they will not prescribe you cannabis if you've had psychosis. If you've been treated for psychosis in the past, it's just not going to happen. Even though anything can cause psychosis, i.e. alcohol, tobacco, sugar, a death in the family, anything can, but because it's cannabis, they will not prescribe you cannabis if you've had a psychotic episode. That's the 2 things. So if you haven't had a psychotic episode and you have been prescribed 2 medications for 1 ailment, you'll be eligible. Next, so I'm going to leave a link in the description for a website. This website is the holy grail for medical cannabis in the UK. Literally, it'd be so difficult if this website wasn't here. And thank you very much to the guys over at medbud.wiki. I'll leave a link. Now, medbud.wiki, you can go onto their website. You see at the top, it says prescriptions, blah, 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 loads of little drop-down menus. And there's one that says clinics. You click on the clinics and it brings you a list of legit, actual clinics registered with our government, ready to prescribe you cannabis. So each clinic will specify, they all have different ways of payments. So I would suggest you go through them and pick a clinic that suits you and your payments and the way, because some clinics do a monthly subscription. My clinic, for instance, I have to have an appointment every 3 months. 1 appointment 75 quid, the other 3 appointments are £29. So, I mean, there is different clinics for different people. So have a look on there. This website also tells you what medications are available. Now, we have flour, we have gummies, we have oils, we have vapes. All of these things are able to be prescribed to you as a medical cannabis patient. So next, that's the first 2 steps. Very easy, very easy. You just need to know whether you've taken medication for a certain thing and pick your clinic. So now you've picked your clinic. You have to fill out the eligibility form, obviously, on the clinic. You fill it out, they will ask you for your medical records. Now, you can get the clinic to get your medical records from your GP. That's fine, they can do that. Or you can go, maybe speed up the process a little bit, and go and ask your GP, the reception, for a summary of care. Now, this gives the clinic all the information they need, i.e. for me, my back pain, what I've had, MRI scans, medications, what treatments, everything I've had, and that will be on my summary of care. Now, you send that off to your clinic. Now, you're going to be eligible because if you know that you haven't had a psychotic episode and you have been prescribed 2 medications, you're going to be eligible. So you've sent it off. You've got to wait for them to come back to you and say, yes, you're eligible. So then your clinic will book you an appointment with a consultant. So most clinics have a sign-up fee. So this sign-up fee, it does depend on clinics. Like I say, some of them do a monthly thing, some of them do a one-off payment. It's all, you've got to look at the clinics. So they book you a consultation. You pay for your consultation, you speak to a doctor. Don't lie to the doctor. If you've used cannabis before, tell them that you've used cannabis and you've been self-medicating. Tell them if you haven't used medical cannabis before or any type of cannabis, it's all the same. It's just grown in different facilities, but that's another video. They will suggest either flour, oils, gummies, or vape cartridges. And if you don't want a vape, you can take a gummy. If you don't want to use the flour and a vaporizer, you can use the vape pen like an e-cig. It is entirely up to you how you want to consume it. So once you've gone through the first consultation, the doctor will then say, right, I'm going to prescribe you, let's say, 30 grams a month. So you go, okay, fine. So he says, this is your first appointment, remember? So he will now send your details to a board. Now that board will have a sit down and a discussion about whether you're eligible to have it and all of that. I know it's long. It's a second hurdle you've got to jump, but it's not that bad because, like you say, you're probably going to be eligible anyway, otherwise you wouldn't have got this far. So it goes off to the board, they send back, say, yes, okay, you're eligible. You now pay for the prescription that you've just been prescribed, comes through the door. You need a vaporizer to vape it. You're not allowed to smoke it, it's against the law. And that's the end of that. Happy days, gets delivered to your door, everyone's happy. So some of the questions you get asked is, so I've been prescribed 30 grams a month. Do I have to order 30 grams every month? Because some months I can't afford 30 grams. No, you don't. If you only want to order 10 grams, you order 10 grams. They come in 10 gram pots. So if you only want to order 10 grams that month because that's all you can afford and your back's not hurting you as much and you don't need the pain medication as much as you thought, just order 10. And if you find you need more than 30, then you just call them back up, have a chat, and then go from there, and they can up it. I mean, I'm allowed 90. So, you know, you can go up and down. It doesn't matter. They're there. Remember, it's a private clinic. They're there to facilitate you. They're there to help you. You're the patient. You're coming to them for help. And if the medication is not enough or not strong enough, speak to them. They will sort it out. So I think that's it. I think I've covered everything, guys. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to whack it in the comments. I will try my hardest to answer every single question. As you look in my comments, I always try my hardest to answer every question. If I don't, I've got a disabled wife and I've got 2 teenage daughters. It does get a bit hectic. So I hope that's helped you. And if no one said it to you today, I'm going to say it to you. I love you and I hope you have a blessed day. Peace.